Hi, my name is Neb Camus Sen Atumre. I am also Noble Taj El Noor of the International Supreme Council of Arab Shrindom Incorporated, El Mahdi Shrine. And today's video is the second part of the video entitled 200 Fallen Angels. Holy Tablets, chapter 10, tablet 41, verses 15 through 19 states, Gabriel, who had been an Anunnaki of 1,000 years in the college, was most wise and full of divine love, and he was industrious with all. Again, Alyun El spoke to Michael, saying, From this time forth my colleges shall be in the planet Earth. Thou wilt be called Murduk, son of Enki and Damkina. From this time forth my school and primaries shall be in the kingdom of Malakut, where thou wilt be called Malachi Zodoka, the agreeable Anunnaki that was subservient to Anu. Afterwards he, Anu, made this another section of the divine law and called him Mikael, El, or Al. So Alyun El and his heavenly hosts, Sarufat, removed all the colleges and places of great learning to the planet Earth, but the schools and the primary establishments of education were left in the dominions of their heavenly places. Unquote. So the angel Melchizedek, Dr. Malachi Zuyok, under the auspices of El Mahdi Shrine, established Anu's college here on earth, called the Nubian Islamic Hebrews, Ansarullah Community, the Holy Tabernacle Ministries, in Brooklyn, New York, and worldwide in the 70s and the 80s, where we studied comparative religions, where we majored in the degree of Christism, the degree of Mohammedism, and the degree of Mosesism, where he lifted from us the spell, the hypnotic spell of those three spell-binding monotheistic religions. The first requirement for upon entering Anu's college is you must be born again, baptized. You chose a new name and you received an ID card with an ID number. You are now a new being, a Nubian, a new babe, washed clean of all the religious and historical and spiritual filth taught by this fourth Babylonian empire represented by the eagle. During that early period, you learned the pure language of Abram, Syriac Arabic, and Chaldean Aramaic Hebrew, the original languages of the planet Earth. And later on, the language of the heavens that came down to earth from the Anunnaki was the written language cuneiform and the spoken language Nuwaubic. Also, we were inducted into the mystic order, the universal order of the pure Sufis, sons of the green light, which was quickly discontinued almost as soon as it started because of dishonest, undisciplined devotees, then called neophytes. Subsequently, at the completion of the first 3 degrees or schools, you received your ordination certificate and your Doctor of Divinity ID card and certificate. The highest station then for new beings from the Elohim Anunnaki. Then we moved to Eatonton, Georgia, USA in the 90s to be at the special location the ancient ones called Wani, the lift-up point, the stairway to the heavens located at the Tropic of Cancer, 32 to 33 degrees latitude. Here we completed the 4th degree, or school, the ancient mystic order of Melchizedek, elevating on up to the ancient Egyptian order from where the 3 hypnotic religions originated. Wahani is located along the east-west axis, which is the longest land parallel on Earth that runs through Africa, Asia, North America, and Central America. The pyramid, the Great Pyramid at Giza in Egypt, was placed in the exact center of all the land masses of the world. Lines drawn through the north-south and the east-west axis of the pyramid divide equally into the Earth's terrain. The north-south axis, 23 degrees, 9 minutes, meridian east of Greenwich, is the longest land meridian. The east-west axis, 29 degrees, 58 minutes, 50 seconds north, the longest land parallel. This is why it is said that the pyramid is built on the border between the east and west land masses, where the children of Nuwabu is rising today. The pyramid Mirat were built in Eatonton, Georgia for the expressed purpose of our realignment with our elders, the ancient ones. The pyramid is a tuned tank antenna acting as an interdimensional communication device which refocuses light into the reverse spiral of the electrons, which is the positive field. This interdimensional communication device is given to humans so that we may learn of the positive frequency and make contact with the oversoul and beings. So, anyone, even you, Conan, could have come to Wahani and relinked themselves with the Anunnaki, just like the group of Buddhist priests who traveled to Eatonton, Georgia did. But what did you do, Conan? You totally demolished every structure at Wahani in Eatonton, Georgia, USA. So, the pyramid is an antenna that will magnify your energy field, your aura. Humans' magnetic field are a part of an active energy exchange with an even greater universal energy system. Energy flows from the universe that flows into the human system by way of the Tepi Hesper aura, and from there flows into the energy system which supports it. The energy radiates back into the surrounding space. Thus, everyone who came to our yearly Z festivals in Eatonton, Georgia, USA, held on June 26th, and walked the labyrinth behind the angel Melchizedek, known then as Nitir Aferti Atumre, now has their essence, their own personal vibration in communication with Nibiru and the Anunnaki. A direct etheric link, like a homing device, tracking device, so that in the event of any cataclysmic disturbance, or for our lift up, which started in 2003 until 2030, we may be safely translated up to Nibiru, which departs in 2045. Now, that is what Revelation 21 is speaking about. Nibiru is that winged disc hieroglyph seen on our ancient Egyptian monuments. According to Mustafa Gadallah's Exiled Egyptians, ISBN 0-965 509-6-2, the first Arabian invasion of Egypt and North Africa came in the 7th century. The second invasion in the 10th century was a raid and raping party, mostly led by poorly trained soldiers and freebooters. Many of them spread Islam with the sword because they were addicted to murder. And they still are, for this is evident from their recent public execution videos. They did the exact same thing to the lost tribe of Israel. They forced us to become Muslims or die. Some died. Many give in because self-preservation is the first law of nature. So in fact, they became Nubian Islamic Hebrews or Christian Islamic Hebrews in doctrine. Hebrews, not Muslims. They mix all three with ancient Egyptian customs, as we have done in Anu's college, a college like no other college here on earth. And still, they, the remnants of the tribe of Judah, blacks, that is, selected a few who entered the mystery school of the ancient Egyptian order, yet never lost the secret name. Yeshua, Jesus, said in John 8:23, I am from Anu. Here Jesus is telling you he is from above, or Anu. Then in Colossians 3:1, you see Anu again, for those resurrected spiritually with Christ. The earliest known name or title of the Most High is Anu, and the heavenly hosts would be Inne Anunnaki, Nitirat, who are on the walls of Egypt, which is the foundation of all civilization as we know it. So those Anu people who stayed true have the same doctrines that have been carried throughout the many cultures or religions, be they Hebrew, Islamic, or Sumerian. They all believe in the Most High as El Aliyun in Hebrew, Allah Ta'ala in Syriac, Arabic, Anu in Egyptian, and An in Sumerian. So in essence, their doctrines are all the same. The simple reason being, they all stem from one race of people, the Anu or Anu, Nubians, Nubians, and with that they retained the belief in El Elyon, the Most High. Deviations of the name naturally came in with a foreign people who were not of this seed. So our way of life is Nuwabu, the way of life of the Anunnaki, who are presently in our solar system on a planet-sized ship or craft called Nibiru, which means planet of the crossing, or that which crosses the skies. This craft, being 4 times the size of planet Tiamat, whose diameter was 15,852 before splitting, which cut it into 2 equal halves, and now is 7,926 miles in diameter. Nibiru is 63,408 miles in diameter, thus making Nibiru 8 times larger than the planet Earth. 8 times. Imagine that. Nibiru is equipped with 4 separate atmospheres. What would make you understand what 4 atmospheres are? They are outside of the spheres: the troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, and exosphere. Where there is no air, there is one atmosphere. Nibiru is able to adjust to that environment. When you come into the dome, like planet Earth is, where there's oxygen and air. Nibiru is capable of adjusting to that environment. When you go to Antarctica, you have to take your crafts into the glaciers. Nibiru is capable of adjusting to that environment. When you have to take your crafts beneath the sea, Nibiru is capable of adjusting to that environment. That is 4 separate atmospheres that all the crafts titled Nibiru is as a part of the Nibiru fleet is capable of adjusting to. The grand mothership Nibiru can hold many thousands of crown-shaped ships called the Shams. It also has a fleet of 24 crystal cities with crystal-like domes, giving them the ability to break down light as a prism would and be able to make use of the energy. It has solar panels that are the size of a pin's head or less than that and can generate millions and millions of megawatts of energy as well. As Nibiru passed by various suns or stations set up in the galaxy, Nibiru drew an energy charge from them just like it is doing now and draining our sun. Nibiru is set up for holographic interdimensional transport. That is, it is capable of cloning itself holographically to appear in more than one place at a time, making it virtually impossible to determine which is the holographic projection from the original. Nibiru is capable of traveling distance from point to point and through space and time interdimensionally. It can go through time, future and past without interfering with the principles of now and then. And it is manned over 144,000 members headed by 24 elite beings, Yahwehs, 12 Yah agreeable and 12 Weh disagreeable that stood 7 feet tall. Now, this is advanced science and technology beyond the highest flights of human imagination. So why in heaven's name would we Nuwabians want to associate with backward, barbaric, bloodthirsty desert Arabs who are the descendants of the 200 fallen angels, whose leader is Shaitan Halal himself? Be for real, Conan. In our scroll, the 360 degrees of the 360 questions to ask an Orthodox Sunni Muslim, and in a book entitled The Ansar Cult, written by the Sunni Muslims themselves, you will learn that all the different Muslim sects in that day and time were screaming, the Nubian Islamic Hebrews are not Muslims. They wear the Jewish 6-pointed star, which is in actuality the shield of Abraham, the individual who was to change the world to the worship of Anu as a Ghaibi, the unseen deity, acknowledging the Etherians as opposed to the manifestation of deity in flesh or stone. Abraham made Taful to the giver of life and death, El, which he learned from the Anunnaki Murduk and his 2 servants Uriel and Raphael. We worship Anu, Alyun Alyun El, as pure energy, absolute spirit in his 9 ether etheric form, the Most High, who is presently on Nibiru, the very throne of Anu, and who reign over a court of great splendor. It is a place with an artificial garden sculpted with semi-precious stones. There Anu resides with his wife and half-sister Antum or Antu, 6 concubines, 80 children, of which 14 were by Antum, 1 prime minister of the purse, Ninti, 2 chief justices, Murduk and Balat, 2 chief scribes, Tihuti and Khonsu, and 5 assistant scribes. There are countless gardens on what we call paradise, of every imaginable design, displaying the exotic flowers, plants, birds, and butterflies from all corners of the galaxies. Do you understand? They are our ancestors, descendants, or those who came down. Our Nubian daily affirmation begins. I am in the love of all, and all love is in me. I am a part of all, and all is a part of me. I am one with all, and all is one with me. Being a part of the all is being a part of the all is being the all. You can't take from the all, for where would you put it? You can't add to the all, for where would you get it from? This is what we advocate. Ishq in Arabic, Ashug in Nuwabic. Cosmic love, all embracing and all inclusive. In the presence of pure love, all distinctions and differences, such as hatred, racism, jealousy, and egoism, are dispelled, just as dirtiness is dispelled by the cleanliness. There is no knowledge higher than love. There is no treasure higher than love, because love is truth. Love is El Ilu, the Most High. One must strive to convert one's emotions into unconditional love for the Most High, which is never binding nor selfish. Do you understand? So, Mr. Barbarian, you need to reflect on all the torture you have inflicted on his clones, on Nubians, Nuwabians, black people all over the world, past and present, as we inform you what he has declared in the Holy Tablets, chapter